Drivin Ivan here, and behind me is quite an interesting car, actually. A 1995 and a half Audi S6 Avant. Basically, an all-wheel drive wagon. I'm going to tell you why it's special and explain a little more about that. And of course, I'm going to take it for a spin, and I'll let you know if I'm impressed. Let's find out. So, looks just like a normal wagon. So what's all the excitement about? Well, I think it's a pretty cool shape nonetheless. And of course, it's a manual transmission. That's what some of the excitement's about. But I'll show you that when we get inside. It's funny how the SUV is so in now. I've always loved wagons, and obviously enthusiasts love wagons, and that's why they're so excited about this car. The wheels are actually from a later S8, but still just a very cool look and very sporting in its own right. And of course, lots of utility in a wagon. Not stock from this angle, you can see the apt exhaust, but stock is again that cool wagon shape with, yes, rear-facing rear seats. How cool is that? Very cool, I think. So there you go, a pleasing wagon shape, lots of utility, and definitely a sporty look too. You can see from that red badge there that this is a special wagon. And let's go inside and find out why. So there you go. Yep. Manual transmission, 5-speed in this case, and these Audi Sport bucket seats, and just all that loveliness of a mid-90s sport wagon. Very, very cool. You get a bit of wood trim coming across the dash here. Nice kind of grayed out gauges. Nice sport badge on the steering wheel. And something's familiar to my Audi TT, actually. Not much. That's a little later car, but you can see the family resemblance. Certainly. Power controls over here. And yeah, some buttons to press. Nice big sound system there. And everything you'd expect. Plus, I guess those are cup holders. They could be for small cups. A real handbrake, which is nice to have in a sport-oriented vehicle. But there you go, even heated seats. Well, as we go into the back to check out the rear seats, this is what differentiates the A6 from the S6, is those fender flares right there. But anyway, seating for up to 3 across. Really nice contoured leather there. Look, heated seats in the back too. Magazine holders there. And still a little bit of wood. Very luxurious for 1995 and a half. All right, popping open the trunk, and you've got cover here. And then plenty of room. Of course, you can fold those seats down back here for more room, but you can pull this up here, and look, you have extra rear-facing seats there. Ugh.
That's good there.
Almost.
Yeah.
But anyway, you can have up to 7, maybe 8 if you got small kids. Passengers in this sports sedan. Very, very cool. All right, so what we have here, if it was totally stock, would be a 2.2-liter turbocharged 5-cylinder engine, which would have 227 horsepower and 258 pound-feet of torque with a 5-speed manual transmission. But really what we have here is 300 horsepower because it's been hotted up a bit, and about 280 pound-feet of torque. You can see right here that some tweaking has been done to this engine. So there you go, a little extra. Alright, so as I get rolling here in this 1995 and a half Audi S6, I like to give my initial impressions. And yeah, it's cool. You know, there's just something very, very cool about a sporty wagon. And this one is definitely a sporty wagon. They're very desirable. The S6 Avant. Now, it's Avant for forward, not like a traction Avant with front-wheel drive. This is all-wheel drive and turbo, and also of course, a 5-speed manual. Now, why is it a 95.5? Well, they didn't want to not be able to sell the vehicle in America, so they needed to have an OBD2 hookup in any car after 96. And they didn't feel like doing that, I guess, for this year, so they called it a 95.5. And that's why they're called 95.5s and not 96s. So there you go. It's very rare that I let the guy next to me talk in my videos, but here's Phil, and like I said, 227 horsepower, not anymore, or 200 and whatever, 200 something horsepower, not anymore. What have you done to this car, Phil, to make it quicker and handle better?
Okay, so it has Bilstein shocks, H&R springs, it has Porsche front brakes, an ABT exhaust. It's been chipped right around 300 horsepower, as Ivan said, and it has a very special V8 Torsen rear diff, which really makes the car hook up, plus non-standard sway bars to enable the car to rotate in corners.
Yeah, so Phil just reviewed his UR Quattro, and I've also reviewed his 2002 Alpina version with fender flares and everything. Check that out. Just Google Drivin Ivan in any car. Like my Audi TT Quattro. That's a cool video. But yeah, Phil is an instructor, so he knows how to drive cars quickly, and he likes to make them handle well too. So let's see how that all worked out. Got some nice road in front of me. All right, show them the road. Look at that. Woo. All right. Yeah, definitely has some get up and go, doesn't it? Yeah. Continues to push right around 5,000 revs, and let's see the brakes. Oh, we get to check out those brakes. Here we go. I'm going to give it a racetrack stop. Oh, yeah. Wow, it's almost Porsche-like in its braking. That's very impressive. Very nice. So, did you do something to the brakes, you said?
Yeah, these are 993 Porsche calipers.
See, they felt like Porsche brakes. There you go. See?
On big rotors.
On big rotors. There you go. Look at this. Look at this road right here. Isn't this fun? Oh, yeah. Brake, turn in, see if I do it the right way. Got an instructor next to me, so, you know, I gotta make sure I know what I'm doing. This is some nice road here, isn't it? Look at that. Here we go. Now we'll just go back on down. Uh-oh, things are not secured back there. That's why they tell you to take all your stuff out when you're doing track things. Oh, beautiful roads here, and this Quattro really does have a lot of grip. You can feel it. It doesn't really slip. All-wheel drive, turbo, and that's why these cars were special. Audi, like Lancia, I'm a big fan of Lancia with my Lancia Delta Integrale, and these cars that are all-wheel drive and have had rally success are just so impressive. The history and the engineering all come together to make a car, in this case, that's really a family truckster. It's a wagon. I mean, how cool is that? I think is very cool.
And no front end push. It was neutral.
And neutral handling. There you go. So that, to me, is the draw of the wagon. I have a Jaguar Estate, an X-Type wagon, and I've always loved wagons. You know, I like cars like that have utility, but at the same time are really, really fun to drive. And I just don't understand the obsession with SUVs. It's got a higher center of gravity, truck-like chassis in many cases, but you know, it's really a car chassis, but still truck-like with a higher center of gravity. So, you know, the fact that we here in America just aren't as excited about cars like this in general is kind of sad to me, but enthusiasts know, and that's what this car is all about. It's a special car for enthusiasts, and that's why they're becoming more and more collectible these days. And it's got that right combination of great engine, manual transmission, and still everyday daily driver utility that just makes a good car because you can use it. You can go skiing in this car. You can go on family trips in this car. Heck, you can easily carry 5, 6, 7 people in this car. So it really does give you everything you want in a car, but yet when twisty roads beckon, well, oh man, I mean, it's really, really nice, this car. It is special. So almost 222,000 miles on the clock here, and still feels really, really solid. Nice feeling car. And these are rare, especially in good shape with no rust. And I think the owner thinks it's worth as close to 20 as he could get, but certainly I think you could find a basket case for $5 and then on up to $25,000, $30,000 these days. So it's a wide range, and again, it's just one of those usable classic cars. You can drive a classic, but still not have to suffer too much with heated seats in front and heated seats in the back too, along with a sunroof. One thing I will say about owning an old Audi, again, I have a 2001 Audi TT Quattro, the 225 horsepower version, the quicker one. Google Drivin Ivan in that car in the snow. It's really cool. Yes, there are some maintenance costs. Yes, they can be expensive, but even though I think I've probably had to replace everything on that Audi TT of mine, which is basically a glorified Volkswagen engine, you do it happily because the car is so fun to drive, and this S6 Avant has that je ne sais quoi that you're just like, okay, I'll keep pouring money into it. They are really fun to drive and very practical in many ways too. The S6 Avant 95.5, very special car. I'm definitely impressed. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Check out all my other car videos. Just Google Drivin Ivan in any car like Audi TT or Phil's BMW 2002 Alpina. And follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Smash that like button for me, please. Leave me a comment. And thanks for watching. I'm Drivin Ivan.